Howdy, folks. Just a few seconds early to prove I wasn't going to be late. Appreciate y'all being here. First question I have for anybody that's able to comment, whether on Facebook or YouTube, please let me know how my voice is being picked up. Usually the trouble is while the saw is on, but got a new headset thanks to Dave Gatton, and I want to test it out, and it has the option to do volume up. So I don't know if that affects just my hearing or the mic, but we already got 3 people watching. It doesn't tell me which platform those people are watching from, but let me know if y'all can hear me okay. And if I noticed another setting on the StreamYard regarding video, so let me know if that picture is also clearer than past live feeds. If it is, I feel stupid for not checking that stuff sooner. But I'm not going to get going until we get a few people in here. Some people like to be fashionably late, but I'll be getting going here pretty quick. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Yep. Okay. Harneil Media, the guy who does my websites, woodenvisions.com. Steve Nealon, he definitely a good website guy. If you need a website and you want it affordably and a guy that sticks to it, Steve Nealon, harneilmedia.com. Jesse Ramirez, hello, very clear, and I can hear you. Thank you, Jesse. Who's your mic? Hello, Mr. Charles. I'm on time tonight. So am I, Mike. I was late earlier on a live feed because of the laptop was being a dinosaur. Does that, for those of you that have been to past live feeds, is the picture clearer than it has been on past ones? Because I noticed there was a setting on StreamYard, and it was streaming in 480p, whatever all that crap means, and so I put it on 1080 or something like that. So I wonder if it makes a difference. Hello, Leonard Davis. And if y'all don't notice the difference, that's fine too. I'm just trying to get a little feedback. Looks good to you. Appreciate it. I only know a little bit, Daniel, but thank you. Good to have you back. A lot of you. Another test we're going to go through is the new headset mic, making sure I'm using that correctly. So when the saw is on, I will try to talk, and then I'll look over at the comments after that cut is done to find out if y'all were able to hear me better than in the past. Because in the past, I had because obviously a mic on a headset can be right there with me. Hello, Chris Q. You must have been hacked. I'm just kidding. Hey, buddy. So when the saw is on, Dave Gatton, what's up, homie dog? Dave Gatton, I got the headphones about an hour ago. Appreciate you, buddy. And Herbert Hooper, appreciate your feedback. Says looks good. I got distracted by a Facebook notification. I thought I had those turned off. Anyway, the headset I'm wearing has a mic on them, so it'll be closer to my mouth, but my head is also closer to the saw than the webcam usually is. So we'll find out. Hopefully, it says noise canceling and this and that, and it's right next to my mouth. Well, you better be serious, Chris. Come on now. You can't mess around with scroll sawing, baby. Just kidding. Okay, we got 9 folks watching. I guess I can get going, but I will do some test talking throughout the whole thing because I like to talk. But I appreciate y'all being here. Please feel free to thumbs up, share, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you don't mind, share around with other people. And if you are watching for the first time, if you're on Facebook, go to YouTube under Charles Deering, as you see it spelled. And please subscribe and hit that bell to make sure you don't miss any video uploads or live stream starting, any kind of notifications. Thank you so much, Chris. He's saying the sound and camera is great. I wish I had checked all these settings before, but I'm an idiot. I don't know how to tell how many are watching on each platform. Dave Gatton was able to tell me when he was monitoring the comments for me, but I don't see that. So, Dave, if you want to throw that out there, that'd be cool. I mean, it's not mandatory. Well, that means I can't mutter under my breath with the mic right by it. Okay. I'm just giving Dave Gatton a chance to respond in case there is a way for me to find out who's watching where. But unlike Facebook live feeds, I'm not able to see who joins to watch, because I like to acknowledge people when they come in, but the only way I can acknowledge you is by reading comments and questions. So I hope y'all understand that. We are going to get going, I promise. Anyway, there will be Dr. Pepper breaks in between every couple cuts, because that is my fuel. Yeah, buddy. And yes, I drink out of 2-liter bottles. Look in the upper left corner. Yeah, it just has an eyeball with 11, which tells me 11 people are watching. It has 7 thumbs up, which tells me I'm getting 7 thumbs up on Facebook, but it doesn't say who's viewing where. That's probably a setting I didn't put somewhere, I guess. But yeah, I looked in the upper left corner. I have a thing that says live and how long I've been going. Eyeball with a 11 amount of people watching and 7 thumbs ups. But it's worse problems to have. I'll get it dialed in eventually. I just need to get with you at some point, but it's not changing anything. Daniel Davis says, from what I can tell, it's showing 8 folks on here. I'm seeing 10 now, but it was probably 8 when you said that. All right, we're about to get started. Hover over it. Well, that made too much sense, Dave. Oh, I'll be dang. Hover over the eyeball. It says Charles Deering. Or Facebook, there's 2 people watching, 9 on YouTube. So apparently YouTube is winning out. I appreciate that, Dave. I did not know that. All right. I'll let Leonard and Daniel talk to each other, see if they're related. All right. I have not done a single cut since the last live feed because I don't want to cheat anybody. Ooh, all right. I suppose y'all want me to get started or something, don't you? Act like you're here to watch me scroll or something. All right, here we go. Yeah, who's your mic? It shows me an icon next to each name, so that way I know which platform you're watching. It just, I didn't know there was a way to see how many are watching on Facebook in general and YouTube in general. Scroll on, baby. Here we go. And if you are interested, oh, sorry, I'm yelling again. I'm going to talk normal voice. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me over the saw. If not, I'll just talk louder. There's this pattern and 1,784 other products, mostly patterns, on woodenvisions.com by Hartnell Media. I'm working on getting hats in there, but right now I think I only have coffee mugs, and I think t-shirts. I don't know how to set all that stuff up, so I need to have Steve Nealon babysit me on that. Steve Nealon has had to babysit me quite a bit. But I can't thank him enough for it. Okay, just before I go to the next cut, did y'all have any trouble hearing me over the saw? I was trying to talk normal. Okay, Leonard Davis says, I hear you clearly. Awesome, awesome. All right, we're just going to keep rolling right through it, and I'll occasionally look over and respond to any comments or questions. Awesome. Mike says he hears me better and less of the saw. Hear you clearly and the saw is quieter. Dave Gatton. Sweet. We have Dave Gatton to thank for this. He thought I needed better mic setup, and he got me a headset with a mic on it, and that tickles me to death. I cannot thank you enough, sir. And also for your help in learning me StreamYard. Except I didn't know about the video setup. I didn't know. I thought it was just a default video, but I had the option of going to, I believe it was 1080p, and I was at 480p. It's like, good Lord, I wonder if anybody saw anything. So I hope it helps y'all to be able to see things clearer. Now I have to sing. Yeah, it's like a Garth Brooks headset. Believe it or not, I love to sing, but I get shy. Maybe someday if I can get enough alcohol or drugs in me, but I don't do either one. And if I get to singing too much, y'all might need alcohol. Out of habit, I started to yell again. Just for the sake of casual conversation, somebody posted a Merle Haggard video from YouTube, and it got me thinking there's not many singers these days like Merle Haggard. I know there's some good singers out there. One of my favorite singers. But if you were to ask me to pick my favorite singer in country music, I couldn't do it. There's way too many. But I love all kinds of music, except for jazz and blues. That's just not my thing. I do have more cuts to do in there. I just wanted to get the waist. I love me some Metallica. I am tempted to sing Merle Haggard if I can think of any, but you know, it's a cappella, so. Of course, trying to sing and stay on the line could be two different things. I don't know if my brain will let me process more than one thing at once. And why not break a blade, two cuts, and you know, because it's live. That's what's going to happen. All right. If you jumped, take a drink. Yeah. All right. That was fun. Now, specific to my saw, I don't know if it's a Hegner thing at all, but on mine, this is a Hegner 22-inch, by the way. When the blade breaks, it loosens the tension because of the vibration. Because the upper and lower arm are connected with a spring. So that might play into it, but I don't want to pretend like I know what the heck I'm talking about. That is not right. Johnny Cash. Believe it or not, I think Johnny Cash is overrated. He's got some good stuff, but I don't think he should have been as popular as he was, but maybe I'm just old-fashioned. I like Merle Haggard, George Jones, John Connolly, Kenny Rogers. Well, you just name a whole bunch of them. Hey, Tom. Tom Timmons has joined us from Facebook. I'm Johnny Cash. Sorry, that was a very weak impression. Anyway. I like to do impressions too, but now that I've said that, I'll probably butcher them all if I try to do them. Hi-ho, Timothy Frog. That's entertainment for you right there, I tell you what. Plus, I'd have to think of a song that I know all the words to, or it would kind of take away from it trying to sing. Dave Gatton says, stay on the line, Charles. I'm still in the habit of yelling, but I don't need to. Stay on the line, Charles. I'm watching you on my 65-inch TV, so I'll see if you get off the line. I was afraid of that. Jeff Robinson watches on a 55-inch, so yeah, y'all will definitely be able to see if I get off the line. Randy Beauchene, my buddy, Johnny Paycheck, Waylon Jennings. I got to meet Johnny Paycheck. I was a bouncer at a place called Dessall Music Hall, and he was there. That was pretty cool. Chris, okay, here we go. I knew somebody was going to defend Johnny Cash. I don't hate Johnny Cash. I just think he's overrated. But Chris Cute says, okay, those are fighting words. Johnny Cash is the man second only to Elvis Presley in that genre of music. Now, I won't fight statistics. It's just I don't know. Of course, when I was young, a lot of the ones I heard were almost talking songs, and I didn't understand why it was so popular. But yeah, I'm not going to say I'm anti Johnny Cash. I just think, there's other people out there. There's a lot of singers out there, and me and Chris love to talk music. I don't know how much he's into country in general, but there's a lot of country singers out there I think are underrated. Neil McCoy is one. To this day, Steve Wariner I think is underrated. Dan Seals was underrated. I love Dan Seals. He passed away. I don't remember what year, but he was 61 when he died. I didn't even know about it till like a year later. I love country music. I mean, I eat, sleep, and breathe all kinds of music, but my heart and soul is country music. I am feeling well, sir. I appreciate you. I might be able to sing better if I had a song playing in my ear, but that's multitasking. And the second I try to sing, I'll probably butcher it and wish I had never started trying. I used to karaoke every night of the week. I love singing. Then anxiety took over. Well, it's hard to sing without music. I feel more in a. Oh, great. Okay, I love Johnny Cash. Does that make y'all feel better? I don't dislike him. Yeah, okay. Dave Gatton says, I'm with Chris on the Johnny Cash thing. Chris, dang it, some notification got in the way. Just a sec. I got to wait for it to move. Chris Keys says, hey, love of music is in the eye of the beholder. There's no argument that would make one right and the other wrong. It is what you see it as. Agreed. And I'm not saying Johnny Cash is bad. I've heard some good stuff from him, but another person I think is overrated is Hank Williams Jr., but his older stuff I liked, but I don't like party music. If that makes me sound like an old buddy-duddy. But a lot of his stuff again, I haven't heard everything by Hank Jr., but he does a lot of the party country, and it's fun when you're at a party or in a club just having fun, but talent-wise, I've also found that I'm more of a fan of ballads, slow music. And that's not my choice because of genre. But regardless of genre, I've found I like ballads. I like heartfelt singing. That's why I love Journey, the old Journey, Steve Perry. Anybody with any shred of taste probably has nothing bad to say about Steve Perry of Journey. But again, my heart and soul's country. But man, Steve Perry could sing, and he'd make you feel those lyrics. I think what's his face? John Denver had a way of making you feel like you were in the song too. You and Wes should duet. Yeah, Wes uses an app called Smule. I use a website called singsnap.com. It's been a while since I've done that, and I don't know if I have a good enough mic set up. That's my excuse for now, though. I'm sitting here trying to think of enough words of songs to even try it. But right now I can only think of a line or two in a couple songs, and so I don't want to butcher it. I really butchered that line, but oh well. I didn't want to jump back onto the line because it would have made a big crook. And if y'all pester me to sing too much, I'll start singing Baby Shark. That'll silence the masses. I'm half pressuring myself, though, because I need to get out of my shyness when it comes to singing. And I'm not saying I'm the next Garth Brooks or anything. Dave Gatton says, no Hank Williams Jr., unsubscribe. He's got some good stuff. I'm just not into party country. Chris Key says, God, I now love you. Steve Perry may have had the best voice of our generation. Whether you like Journey's music or not, you can't ignore the talent that man had. I agree, Chris. Man, that dude, no matter how macho you are, he would almost bring you to tears with. You could feel the emotion when he sang, and to me, that's rare in music of any genre. Man, that man can sing. He's not dead. He just, to my knowledge, isn't singing anymore, but he did go solo for a while. I don't know. I love music. It's to me, it's the heartbeat, the thread that keeps us all together. Let's bond through music, folks. I respect Journey too much to try to sing them. I can't. I mean, I would have to yell to sing Journey because the pitch is a little higher than my comfort level is. Yeah. I don't want to draw folks away from the live stream, but I do have a video on my channel on YouTube of me singing Marina Del Rey. It's a George Strait song, but I kind of changed it up a tiny bit. But I love that song. Very old video. I'm not pretty when I sing, but I love to sing. And it may just be because I'm a sensitive guy. I'm a romantic. I don't know what it is, but I love ballads. I love singing slow songs. And I could talk about music all night, man. Especially country. Cheers to that, baby. But Merle Haggard had such a rich, deep voice. It was not a lot like him. I love Trace Adkins too. Rolling with the flow, going where the lonely go. Making up things to do, not running in all directions, trying to find you. I don't know all the words. I want to say that's called Where the Lonely Go, whatever, by Merle Haggard. But yeah, that was just a couple lines because I don't remember the whole song. Love me some Merle Haggard. If y'all have any questions or comments regarding the actual cutting and not music, I have no problem responding to that too. One song is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's called Mountains on the Moon by Neil McCoy. I cannot believe that thing hasn't broken all kinds of records, but maybe it's just because I love his voice. But if you ever get a chance to listen to that, it's on YouTube. Mountains on the Moon by Neil McCoy. That man has a good range and beautiful voice, I think. But he also has some songs I consider party music. I'm just not a fan of party music. kind of scary. I sang those couple of lines and people stopped commenting. Now they're probably drinking more or something. I told you I was scared to try it. By the way, Chris Cute is 1/4 of Podcast and Makers International. Jamie Page, Richard. Oh, crap. I can't remember all the names because I know the lineup has changed a tiny bit. Help me out here, Chris. Chris Cute, Jamie Page. I want to say Richard Bennett, but I could be wrong with the last name. Morley. Not Bennett, Morley. But yeah, they do a podcast every Sunday called Makers International Podcast. Y'all better start commenting or I'm going to have to start singing again. And I might go to Tiptoe Through the Tulips, and that'll run everybody off. Tiptoe Through the Tulips. I can't believe I just did that on air. Good lordy. He's losing it. Y'all didn't know they all was going to get all that extra entertainment, did you? You're welcome. No, I am really trying to think of songs I know all the words to without having to look them up. I probably know a bunch, but my nerves won't let me think of one. So far, I haven't found any pilot holes I forgot to drill, so that's good. Hopefully I haven't spoken too soon. Y'all don't stop commenting and talk to me here. Yes, we should. Yes, we should do it. Oh, that's Wesley Balko's probably the duet thing requested earlier. Oh, another song that reminds me since you said duet. 7 Spanish Angels. I freaking love that song. Now that's one I might be able to sing a lot of the words to, maybe not in order. Let me see if I can think of it as I'm going. I'm trying to think of how it starts. I know some of the words. Somebody give me the first line to 7 Spanish Angels, and I'll try to take it from there. For some reason, I went blank on how it starts. It's on the tip of my tongue. It might be because I'm scrolling that I can't think of it. What made you stick with just spiral blades? Daniel, I did that because when I was researching blade types, it said it could cut in any direction, and to me it was a no-brainer. That's not to say people that use flat blades are stupid. It's just I liked the thought that it could be cut in every direction, because I didn't like the idea of having to do this and this and this with a flat blade. Who's Your Mike says, you don't have to call me darling. Yeah, I'm not going to sing that one. That's a karaoke nightmare. God, how does Seven Spanish... Tell me how Seven Spanish Angels starts, the first line or two. I'm trying to think of it without scrolling. But I know the song. Apparently I don't. But one of the lines is he looked down into her brown eyes, but that's not how it starts. Somebody tell me that first line, dagnabbit, because it's eating at me now. And I'm not going to try to sound like Willie or Ray Charles. I just love the song. And, how the heck does it start? Dagnabbit. Maybe he looked down into her brown eyes is the first line. I don't remember. I would have known if I wasn't trying to remember the words. I hope I answered your question, Daniel. I stick with spirals because I fear change, and I tried flat blades once and I sucked. All right, who's your mic? I'm tasking you with Googling what the first line of the lyrics to Seven Spanish Angels is. I don't think it's he looked down into her brown eyes. I think that's a few lines later. I know the chorus. I just can't think of the stupid first line, and I'm blaming it on y'all. I'm going to move the camera a little bit so you don't have to see my little belly, or my little belly, big belly. I'll try. All you got to do is just Google it, Seven Spanish Angels lyrics, and it should be there. I just don't want to Google it during the show. And I'm going to stick with this as long as I can. And it's on the tip of my tongue the second you say it. It's like, oh, yeah. That's also a song I love to sing. There is a difference in me saying I love to sing and me saying I'm a good singer. There's two different things. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's going to eat at me till I can think of it, how it starts. And then once I start, I'll probably forget lines, but it's all in the fun, right? I know somebody out there has the power to Google. Maybe that brown eyes line is the first line of the song. I just don't know. And yes, I am obsessing over it. I was right. The brown eyes was the first line. You don't have to put any more lyrics. Well, maybe you do if I screw it up. Okay, now I'm not saying I'm excellent at this. I'm just saying I love the song, so I'm going to try to do it maybe just randomly while I'm scrolling. And I'm not trying to sound like Ray Charles or Willie, just to make that clear. If y'all take a drink or two, I might sound a little bit better. But I love that song enough to try. And the timing may be off because I don't have music to follow, so I'm just singing it for the sake of singing it. I can't believe I'm about to do this. And thank y'all for posting the lyrics. Ugh. He looked down. Well, I can't get the pitch right. He looked down into her brown eyes. No, that's too deep. I'll get there. I have to picture the song in my head to get the pitch right. He looked down into her brown eyes, said, say a prayer for me. Threw her arms around him, whispered, God will keep us free. You can hear the riders coming, said, this is my last fight. If they take me back to Texas, they won't take me back alive. And I can't remember the next line. I'm going to get there. Maybe it's the chorus. Yeah, we'll go with the chorus. There were 7 Spanish angels at the altar of the sun. They were praying for the lover at the valley of the sun. Oh, the gun. I don't remember. When the battle stopped and the smoke cleared, there was thunder from the throne. 7 Spanish angels took another angel home. I probably missed some lines in there. Then Willie comes in and says, she reached down and picked the gun up that lay smoking in his hand. Said, Father, please forgive me. I can't make it without my man. She knew the gun was empty, and she knew she couldn't win. But her final prayer was answered when the rifles fired again. And I think my shyness just hit, so I don't know if I'll be going. Come on, Wes. Oh, I love that song. I need to think of the lyrics to Mountains on the Moon because I love that song and there's not much music to it. And I can't find the stupid pilot hole, so I'm going to use the Sharpie trick again. Okay, I know how Mountains on the Moon starts. Y'all might be thinking, dude, this ain't karaoke with Charlie, but I want to have fun. The Montana night is still. There's a coyote on the hill. Oh, I'm screwing that up. Howling at the... Oh, I went all way off key. Howling at the diamond in the sky, but no one hears. That's not a very known song, so it may not appeal to anybody, but I love it. I need to think of something more people know. in case anybody wants to hear it, but that's not why I'm here. And like I said, I love George Strait, but don't ask me to sing a fast song like Fireman because I'm just not into the fast songs when it comes to singing. Although I have been known to sing the Grady County Auction song by John Michael Montgomery. That's a fun song. Yeah. Okay, right now, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, is I'm using the Sharpie to darken the pilot hole so that when I stick my face underneath the piece, I'll be able to see them if I can't find it quickly with the blade tip. Daniel Davis says 2 thumbs up. Hoosier Mike says he hears a little Willie in there. People say that I look like Willie when I sing, like on the YouTube video of mine where I'm singing Marina Del Rey. My mannerisms are like Willie. I'm not saying I'm as popular as Willie or as good, so don't get it twisted. Wesley Balco said, I've got it saved somewhere in my Smule mix. I don't know which song he's talking about. New name of show. Sing along with Charles. Good lordy. That could cause a riot. I actually don't have a whole lot of cuts in this piece. Look, I stayed on topic, didn't I? Huh. It could happen. Do y'all find yourselves having, like when I was saying, I prefer ballads over other speeds of songs? Do y'all find yourself having the same kind of preferences when it comes to tempo of a song? I guess it depends on. I love the waltz, any waltz when it's a romantic thing. I'm checking to make sure I've marked all the pilot holes. Well, Wes, I babble so much I lose track of what I'm saying, but Wes was saying 7 Spanish Angels. Charles, stay with us. I wonder how many people were singing along when I was singing 7 Spanish Angels. That's a good song. They don't make a lot of good songs like that anymore. I used to sing To All the Girls I've Loved Before with another guy. I would purposely try to imitate Julio Iglesias, and the other guy would sing the Willie. He's since passed away. Not Willie, but the other guy. Alrighty, that was 3D coming at you, baby. I guess I could hold it up close just for giggles. I don't know if it would change anything. All right. Yeah, this is rolling right along. And I do have another project. I started a horse inside of an oval when I stopped to do these popular themes. So I may jump right into that after this one's done, if my back's not killing me. If y'all can put up with me that long. Now, I was talking about the high range of Steve Perry of Journey, but one of Dan Seal's songs that I might try to sing that because it's special between me and my daughter. My daughter's Casey Deering, if you see her come in the feed. One of his songs is called Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold, and he goes high and normal on that. That's one I've sung many a time, and I love it. Now, I may sing out of my range trying to sing it, but I love it anyway. But when I do these extreme high notes, that's the way he sings the song. It's not me trying to be funny, but I'll start it here in a second. Wesley Balco says, sounds like a squawking chicken, but my voice is slowly coming back. That British accent. Daniel Davis, do you like Leonard Skinner? I probably spelled that wrong. I know who you're talking about. I don't dislike him. I'm just more of a country guy. I love the Eagles. Couple of my favorite Eagles songs is Seven Bridges Road and Lion Eyes. That one was also a crossover for country. It was on the country radio for a while. I'm trying to get the guts to sing the one Daniel Seals song, Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold. Now, if y'all can see this on your big screen TV, Dave Gatton and Jeff Robinson, this line is a little wider than it needs to be, so I'm going to be consistent with the distance between the two lines. It goes a little stray here. So if I start singing this Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold, it's because I love my daughter, and that's kind of our song. And believe it or not, it's only our song because her name is mentioned in it. And that's really the only reason. Jeff Robinson, Charlie Pride. I love Charlie Pride. My favorite Charlie Pride song is Roll On Mississippi. I don't know all the words, but man, that song is beautiful. There is a version on YouTube of Neil McCoy and Trace Adkins singing that song. They do a good job on it too. I think anybody that knows Charlie Pride knows Kiss an Angel Good Morning, or at least of it. Seven Bridges Road. I love good harmony too. That's one of the reasons I love that song. All right. Yeah, I think we'll finish this tonight easily, and I'll go right into the horse on an oval. I just might have to move the camera up. Okay, we have 3 on Facebook, 8 on YouTube. We appreciate you. Okay. Probably because I started singing, people started running off. And again, Everything That Glitters song, the key is a little high. I don't know the key because I'm not that much of a connoisseur that I can tell you a key when I hear it. And again, I went off that line intentionally as I spoke of earlier. It's funny that I feel the need to tell y'all that the song is high just to try to defend myself before I butcher it. Wesley Balco says the accent has faded out. I think I wasn't noticing it so much. It's just that what was coming out there for a while. Yeah, it was very strong to me, Wes. It was. You went back and forth between British and almost Irish. It was kind of funny. The video wasn't funny, but the accent was a little bit funny. All right. I'm going to hold off on the singing. I don't want to run people off. Although it's fun to do. Okay, who's your mic? It says, hey, bro, Dale. I guess Dale joined the chat but hadn't said anything yet on Facebook, so maybe that's why I'm not seeing him yet. But I assume you mean Dale Kirkwood, my good Scottish friend living in the UK. Any of the songs any songs I am ignorant enough to try to sing, I'll tell you who sings it and the name of it. That way y'all can look for it on YouTube to see how bad I butchered it if I get the guts to do it. But again, I did Marina Del Rey. I do have a video of me singing that on YouTube. Marina Del Rey. Sing away, Charles. My brother Dale. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't even know what got me started talking about singing and music. Because Wes was telling me to keep up, but I talk about so much crap that I don't remember what all I talked about and what I said. It's funny when you're talking to somebody and you say, "What was I talking about?" and they can't remember either. That tells you how much they were paying attention to. There are spots on this I should have used a smaller drill bit to drill the pilot hole, but I didn't. Okay, the song I'm hoping to get the guests to sing is Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold by Dan Seals, Seals. So if I can ever get the guests to start it, we'll do that, so y'all don't have to hear me babble. And if at any point my daughter sees it, it is dedicated to her. Even if she doesn't say it is dedicated to her. And I don't know, it's weird because the message isn't about, your kid. It's about a woman that ain't around, but the name Casey has been mentioned in it, and that is the only reason my daughter and I connected with it, is because it says her name, when she was at that age. Oh, that's my name, kind of thing. One song, I'll tell you the song that definitely defines me and my daughter is Highway 20 Ride by Zac Brown Band. But that one means too much to me to try to sing it. And I also don't know all the words without looking. But that's our song, is Highway 20 Ride by Zac Brown Band. Before I even consider singing it, does anybody even know the song that I'm talking about with Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold by Dan Seals? And the main reason I'm asking is I know when somebody tries to show you a song, it doesn't mean as much unless you've heard it before. Plus, if I try to sing it, y'all won't have anything to compare it to unless you've heard of the song. But I always thought Dan Seals was underrated. Another good guy from when I was growing up was Michael Martin Murphey. Surely at least a couple of you have heard of that song. Maybe not. And again, if you have any questions or comments regarding what I'm actually doing, it's okay to throw those out there. You don't have to be off topic like I am. I don't mind interrupting myself to talk about on topic. I haven't heard Wes sing while he's scrolling, but I know he sings on an app called Smeal. That was from Jeff Robinson, by the way. Not one of y'all has heard of that song, huh? I am highly disappointed in y'all. I'm trying to get the guests to sing it, or we're debating whether or not I should sing, because I don't know if that's something people watching me scroll want to hear. That's better than you babbling. I guarantee you if I wasn't on a live feed, I'd be singing it. Randy Bosheen says, had to dig out old cassettes. Today's country just ain't country. Always a tape player in the shop. I've heard and believe I have the cassette. Awesome. Yeah, I still have a bunch of cassettes, but they were in storage and the heat warped the tape, broke my heart because I had so many tapes I lost. Yeah, today's country isn't really country. Probably, and I'm not saying this is the only one, but one that sort of sticks to traditional country but goes outside of it a little bit is Brad Paisley. he does it justice when he tries to. But, no disrespect to these singers, but Jason Aldean, every singer has some good songs that I've heard. But some of them today just ain't country, especially Sam Hunt. Oh, Lord, don't get me started. Sam Hunt has his own style, and I'll give him that. To me, it's not country. Now, doing these grid lines on his shirt, it's okay to get a little wavy because it is on a shirt. So staying on the line isn't mandatory because shirts aren't, unless they're highly starched, they're not real stiff. I'm not trying to go off the line, but I'm not trying to stay on it either. And I'm talking louder out of habit, so I hope I'm not deafening y'all. Okay, I'm actually getting a little warm here. Can you believe that? Jeff Robinson says, all I know is I love you, you love... Oh, I thought he was coming on to me. Jeff Robinson is saying, all I know is I love you, you love me by Barney the Purple Dinosaur. That brings back memories of me and my daughter as well. I used to try to sound like Barney to make her laugh. I love you, you love me. Yeah, that's most I'll sing of that. You're welcome. We're a happy family. Well, I lied, I guess, didn't I? Alright, somebody moved the stupid pilot hole on me. But I have the Sharpie line on it, so it's much closer than it was. Ha. Hello, Daniel. I love you, you hate me. You want to blow me into oblivion. Anyway, yeah, that was stupid. Now when I start trying to sing this Dan Seals, everything that glitters is not gold, I may be off key because I have to hear it to get started on key, but worse problems to have. Saw your picture on the poster in a cafe out in Phoenix. Guess you're still the sweetheart of the rodeo. As for me and little Casey, we still make the circuit in a one-horse trailer and a mobile home. She still asks about you all the time. I think I'm singing that too deep. But I guess we never even crossed your mind. But oh, sometimes I think about you and the way you used to ride out in your rhinestones and your sequins with the sunlight on your hair. And all the crowd will always love you. But as for me, I've come to know everything that glitters is not gold. I'm not going to sing any more of that because I got shy again. No, Charles, no, Bernie. Okay, so I at least found your limit. But yeah, I love that song. Even if I butcher it, I love it. And I love my daughter. But I'm not going to butcher her because that would be stupid. But luckily, I'm not stopping scrolling to sing, so that helps. because that would probably upset a lot of people. It's like, hey, yeah, I'm all for having fun singing, but don't stop scrolling, because that's why I joined the stupid live feed. And again, if you have any questions or comments regarding scroll sawing or anything, feel free to ask, and I'll address them as soon as I see them. Another big thank you to Dave Gatton for the headset with a mic on it, in order for me to be able to talk and be heard over the saw, and that really means a lot. I'm going to take my jacket off because it's getting a little warm in here, and I don't even have the heater on, but I'm in Texas, so you people dealing with below zero, I'm very sorry to hear that. My heart bleeds for you. Alright, now I'm wearing my neon orange t-shirt. Well, at least I found Daniel Davis's limit. No Bernie. Good, because I don't know a whole lot of them. Daniel was thinking of a lot of good questions yesterday. I was glad that he was asking them, because it makes me feel more helpful when I can answer questions that people have rather than trying to guess what they want to know. But after he said no Charles, no Barney, he hasn't commented, so I may have run him off too. Come on, folks, we're here to have fun, not be serious. I won't say anything inappropriate, I promise, because may have women and children watching, which is one of the reasons I'm doing this theme, is for the kids. And no, this piece is not sold. I'm just doing it to do it. But if somebody wants it, we'll talk. I have listed on Facebook Marketplace and a bunch of selling pages on Facebook to get people to watch live in case they want to see how these things are done. So we could have an audience that doesn't even know what a scroll saw is, and that's fine. But I wanted to address this. Hopefully it shows up. This area right here was very brittle. It's only holding on right here. Hopefully y'all can see that. But while I was cutting it, you saw me get my finger real close, and that's because I didn't want that to vibrate off. Hopefully y'all can see that. I don't know how well things show up on the screen. Dave Gatton says, new headset sounds great, Charles, and I have you to thank for that, Dave. And I'm just tickled to death you did that, and I appreciate it. And Daniel Davis says he's still here. So apparently he wants me to sing some more Barney, and I'm kidding, because I don't want to sing more Barney either. Now, this cut right here is a separate cut, but I see no reason why not to add these two cuts to that shadow in the shirt there. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut right into them, because I'm a rebel. Oh, yeah. That's how I roll, baby. Now, if it breaks, I'll regret it and blame it on Daniel for making me do that. And that's what they call making changes on the fly. Because you never have to cut a design as you see it. If you can find a way to make it easier on you, go for it. Now I'm wanting to connect this one. I'm wanting to connect this line here to that same shadow, but I do need to take in mind, or if you were to do something like that, take in mind it would only be holding on down here. So it could get brittle, but I don't think it'll break. We'll find out here shortly. I can't believe I was singing on this dang feed. That's funny. Well, Kind of like being at a bar or a club and somebody singing karaoke. They may be doing terrible, but you don't have the heart to tell them unless you just don't care. So I appreciate y'all suffering along with me. But it is all about having fun. That piece is a little bit weak, but it's not going to fly off, I don't think. At least I'm done cutting in that area. Daniel Davis says, I'll take the blame. I ain't scared. Jeff Robinson says, the new headset sounds good, so now you need to work on the camera focus. Crap. Well, the camera focus is right where it's at. I don't know of any settings for it, so I'm really sorry about that. You need to get a hardwire connection in a shop, not Wi-Fi. Is it blurring that bad, guys? That breaks my heart. Seriously. I have a hardwire to my desktop, but from the desktop over to this laptop is Wi-Fi. Is it really blurring that bad, guys? That breaks my heart, dagnabbit. Here it looks all crystal clear to me, but maybe it doesn't to y'all. It happens often. Wow, that's disheartening. No wonder I don't get 50 people watching at a time. Oh, crap. And are we pretty confident that the blurring has to do with a potential Wi-Fi signal? Could it be something else? Oh, getting weak at times. I have a Wi-Fi booster, but those things might be all hype. I haven't used it yet, but apparently I need to, but I got to get help setting it up. Well, that's heartbreaking because I didn't know that it got blurry that often for y'all, and I'm sorry for that. I know y'all know I can't help it right now, but that sucks because I wish it was as crystal clear to y'all as it is for me while I'm looking at the screen. I haven't seen it go blurry yet. I don't know why, if y'all are seeing it blurry. But yeah, I'll always try to make improvements with feedback like that. That's good to know. Do any of y'all have any history with Wi-Fi boosters? Do you know if they're worth the effort? Yeah, ideally hardwired, but I'd have to figure out what to wire where and got to buy the wire and all that kind of crap. But yeah, I'm glad y'all told me that because all this time I thought that it was going fine. Wesley Balco says it's clear now, but has to do with the streaming speeds. Now, the streaming speeds would still be related to Wi-Fi, correct, Wes? Maybe if I did this at 3 in the morning, it'd be clearer because not as many people using Wi-Fi. Although it is a secure thing. Well, that kind of bumps me out in a way. I hate that it goes blurry for y'all. That being said, it flatters me that some of y'all even stick around to watch with it going blurry. But I definitely want to make it better for y'all. One of those things I need to be babysat for. I have a Wi-Fi booster, but no clue how to set it up. Read the directions. Well, I don't always comprehend the directions. Anyway, Dave Gatton says, get you some outdoor Cat 6 cable and run it to your shop. I do. I am hardwired from the house to my shop, or to my office and my shop, but not from my office and the shop to where I'm at now. Maybe Wes can tell y'all how far apart the office and the scroll saw table are. I would I suck at guessing footage, but I say about 20 feet. I don't know. But should I hardwire from the router in my office at the other end of the shop to this laptop? That's kind of my thinking too, Daniel. He says I'm probably wrong, but I think Wi-Fi boosters are mainly for picking up Wi-Fi at a distance. Yeah, maybe. Do y'all think it would help? And it might be a big duh to y'all technical people, but would it help if I ran a wire from my router in my office at the other end of the shop to the laptop on this end? Okay, so I need Cat 6 cable. Okay, y'all already answered that while I was babbling. Cat 6 cable, and I would imagine you can buy it by the foot and not have to buy a whole box. But I really, really appreciate y'all saying that, so I will run to Wally World tomorrow and see if I can pick some of that. I hope Walmart has something like that. I don't know. I've never gone there looking for Cat 6 cable. If it wasn't on a live stream, I would text somebody and ask. But well, that's good. I'm so glad y'all told me that, because I was sitting here dumbly blinded thinking it was just as clear for y'all as it was for me. And that I know I'm making a big deal out of it. It breaks my heart, though, because I want to give y'all, quote unquote, good production for these live feeds besides just hearing me babble. And Dave Gatt saying yes, yes, yes. It can be Cat 5 if it's indoors. Okay. But Cat 6 wouldn't hurt, right? You can probably find a 20 or 50-foot cable. Good to know, Wes. Yeah, that would be nice. Wow. I'm not crushed. I'm just bummed. No, and that makes me feel even better that a lot of y'all are stuck with me, even when this crap blurs. Feedback like that really helps. And Dave Gatton, as well as a lot of people in that feed, brought up how it was a little bit hard to hear me over the saw on the webcam. So Dave Gatton sent me some headphones with a mic on it, and so that fixed that issue. So I appreciate that. So I have a Logitech C925E webcam, and there's pretty good reviews on that. So I think all that's left to go for my live streaming repertoire, so to speak, or setup, would be getting that Cat 5. Oh, 50 feet of Cat 6 is about $13. That's not bad at all. Is that hey, John Hellstrom? Hello from Montana. Leonard Davis. Is that something Walmart would carry potentially? I'm not here to Google it because I'm doing a live stream, and Wesley just wants to hear you talk. Just wants to hear me talk. Walmart online does carry the Cat 6 or Cat 5 cable, but not sure about in-store. I appreciate that, guys. I will. I'll research that after the feed is over, and I will try to have before my next live feed, because I'm trying to do 1 or 2 live feeds a day, both midday or morning and evening or night. You never know with me, because my sleep schedule's kind of off. But I'm so glad y'all told me that. I'm actually tickled to death now, because I can fix the issue. Now, if it keeps doing it, then I'll know, oh crap, maybe I need a new webcam. But if it's doing it intermittently, it could be the webcam or the Wi-Fi. And there are a handful of people that have ordered patterns from me on woodenvisions.com the last couple of days, and I thank y'all so much. If you are just joining, this pattern, along with 1,784 other projects, are available on woodenvisions.com. Office supply store. Wes, I don't have any office supply stores near me, so Walmart might be the only thing. Everything else is hardware type stuff, but I'll do my darndest to try to find something. I might just have to travel a little bit out of town. But yeah, I'll do everything in my power tomorrow. Well, for me, it's tomorrow. You people in the UK, it might already be tomorrow. I will try to have the cat 5 or 6 there. I didn't know that. Oh, you talking about the lag? Well, like when I talk or scroll and turn the machine off, and you can still hear it. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it'll fix that. One thing I keep having problems with on my desktop computer is even with a new graphics card, a lot of the thumbnails aren't showing up. They're showing up as just icons, and I've done the whole association thing to tell what to show up, but it's weird. It just, even right after boot up, I'm getting icons instead of thumbnails. And Dale Kirkwood has tried a few things and it works for a while. Dale Kirkwood has helped me quite a bit. It's not a bad thing for the average person, but with a lot of my work being visual, like if somebody's looking for a specific pattern that's not on the site, I have to find that pattern by a thumbnail. I have to see what it looks like because I don't have them named. I have them numbered, and I'm not organized enough to have all that backed up. Anyway, oh really? I have an Ace Hardware. Cool. That's good to know. Just Woodworking 220-7 says, just like say hello. Awesome work, sir. Thank you very much, Woodworking. Wesley Balco, yeah, it's not so bad now, but the other night you had up to 30-second lag between audio and video. John Hellstrom says, bye. Well, sorry if I ran you off, buddy. I appreciate you watching. Wow, I hate that there's been lags like that. So could it be something else? I mean, even if I get it hardwired and suddenly it's still getting blurry, could that be the webcam or something else altogether? I mean, because this laptop's not like top of the line. It's relatively basic. I pretty much only use it for setting up these live streams and occasionally Facebook. I almost want to stop now and go get some, but I don't know enough about it. Yeah, there's that. But I trust in y'all's confidence that it needs to be hardwired. I just hope it doesn't keep doing that after I hardwire it, because I won't know what else to do. I definitely cannot afford another laptop. Definitely makes me appreciate y'all that stick around, though. Dealing with lag and bad video quality, that's got to be annoying. Almost as annoying as me singing. Yeah, I'm definitely not a techie guy, so when y'all give me advice like you're giving, it definitely means a lot, because I'd be sitting here doing blurry feeds forever not knowing. I wonder why John Hellstrom just randomly said bye, but at least he mentioned it. Now, if I wanted to, I could add my signature in here, probably right along here somewhere, but it's not real mandatory. I might even do it over here just with a smaller blade. But some pieces would be it would be invasive to put a signature in there. I try to do that on old pieces, but some of them they just wouldn't look right. We got 13 people watching. I appreciate it. Sorry if it's blurry. I'll hope to have that fixed tomorrow. I didn't get the call today for the MRI, so I'll have to call them tomorrow. Hopefully they can get me in relatively quickly. I'm not worried. I just want to get all this stuff dealt with and behind me. You know, another thing I should check, because I don't have a technical brain, is that my laptop might be hitting off of the router in the house and not the one in my shop. And that could be playing into it, but it has a strong signal according to the icon. So I guess that doesn't help. All right, Wezavalco says, got to run for a bit. Customer finally coming to pick up the fox head and got to finish up 4 skulls this evening. All right, Wes, appreciate you watching. Randy Bosheen says, can the ballast on the fluorescent lighting play a role with its close proximity? Dave Gatt was telling me that yesterday, but I'm not sure, but I need the light to see, unfortunately. And John Thomas says, watching from Corydon, Indiana. Appreciate you watching, John Thomas. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them out there. They do not have to be on topic, because I'm clearly not staying on topic very much. Appreciate all of you taking your time out of your Thursday night to watch. I believe it's Thursday. My days and nights run together after a while. Now this is minimal, but when I was cutting this wood, that layer of veneer popped off, but I saved it so I could glue it back in place, because I don't want that to stick out like a sore thumb, although a frame would cover it, but I suck at making frames. Randy Bosheen says, bad or weak ballast affects my garage door. Really? Well, these are all pretty, these are LED lights, so that might go against your theory, but yeah, these LED lights are one of the best investments I made. I mean, this, yeah, I believe even this magnifying light is a LED, and I don't know if those use ballast or not. I don't know anything about technology. So rest assured, if y'all are able to sit through this, I will do everything in my power to get the video looking better. The problem is, without that feedback, I can't tell, because it looks clear to me the whole time. So I won't know unless y'all are on another live feed. So for that reason alone, come back and watch. But that's good to know, Randy. All right. I actually did a straight line without going wavy. That's cool. The simple pleasures in life. Randy Bosheen says conversation is entertaining as well, so no worries. Good, I appreciate you sticking with me, buddy. And I've also, like you, made a few friends in these live feeds. So if nothing else, that's a benefit. And I would not be surprised if we finish this tonight, folks. I mean, y'all may not be able to stick with me the whole time, but I'm going to get this puppy done tonight. Unless I fall over dead, that can tend to slow things down. Or actually cease them. Hopefully, if I lose all the viewers, hopefully I'll convince myself to keep working on this. I mean, I'd still like to scroll even if nobody's watching, but it helps. And so does Dr. Pepper. Just saying. Dr. Pepper. I still can't believe I tried singing earlier. That's just funny. And no, I'm not drinking, so I got nothing to blame it on. Blame it on trying to have fun, by golly. I could sit here and whimper and whine and talk about all my problems, but other people got it worse than I do, so I won't do that. The old me might have, because I had issues. Now I'm self-conscious when I go off the line because Dave Gatton and Jeff Robinson watch on big screen TVs. Even though I say it's okay to do that, I feel obligated to stay on the line. I watch YouTube videos on my desktop computer. That's the only place I really ever watch them. And I need to watch more. Leonard Davis says, still waiting for you to talk like Woody or Buzz. I hate to disappoint you, Leonard, but I won't be able to do that. Daniel Davis is a blade clamp knob standard on that saw. It might be these days, Daniel, but this is called a quick clamp. It's an aftermarket thing, that and the clamp it goes into. So I can't say yes as to if it is now, but when I got this saw, it was not. I had to order that. And look at advancedmachinery.com or something along those lines. I believe quick clamp could be all one word, but don't quote me on that. But if both my brain cells work together and I can think of it after this live feed is over, I will look it up and link you to it. I assume you want one unless you don't have a Hagner, but I know these, I believe they're called burled, or no, not burled. There's a term for this kind of thing, and those can be an aftermarket or a add-on to a thumb screw, like your typical diamond shape. Steve Good and Sterling Davis can point you to the guy that makes these. Not necessarily the whole clamping system, but this kind of knob. It's, got a little bit of grip to it. So look up Sterling Davis on YouTube and Facebook, or look up Steve Good, scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com, and both of them can help you find it if you're looking specifically for that. Both good guys. But there's a lot of good folks in the scrolling community. Yeah, I see no reason why we can't finish this tonight. And if I still got any ginky left in me, that's a southern thing, I think. If I have any ginky left in me, I will start on another project right after this one's done. Other than sanding, I'm not going to sand this on air. Because that's not as exciting to watch. And for those that want to know how do you sand pieces like this, I use a palm sander and a needle file. And my needle file is just out of reach, so I can't show you. But they're good to have for stuff like that. We're getting those little fuzzies off the back of the piece because they're using a spiral blade. And I know I keep talking about it, but after finding out that it kept blurring and lagging, I'm really surprised that so many people stuck with me. I'm definitely grateful. I'm just surprised. I went off the line, so I had to be consistent rather than jumping back to the line. So that belt buckle is going to be a little wider on one side, but there's worse problems to have. I don't know why you let me sing earlier, Daniel. I mean, that's just, I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Have you ever heard somebody brag about their singing and then you hear them sing and they really can't sing worth the crap? That's why I wasn't going to brag. The only good thing that came out of me trying to sing was the fact that I was brave enough to even try, because usually I'm too shy for that kind of crap. But it might be because my face ain't on camera. I don't know. We could start a petition to get me to stop singing on live streams, but I don't know how common that'll be anyway. I purposely altered the shape of that to make it look more like a skull. It's got a little cow skull on the belt buckle. Girls during Girls Saw and Sing Along. That's funny right there. Tomorrow I'll be singing opera. Just kidding. I can't handle opera. Jeff Robinson says my phone battery was at 0%, so now I'm back. I appreciate you, Jeff. It's probably because of my singing. That'll kill any battery. You may have gotten lucky and missed the singing part. And yes, I'm dogging myself, but, come on now. Ed Roller, good to see you. He says, you're amazing, Charlie. You're the best scroller I've ever seen. Good Lord, I appreciate it, Ed Roller. I don't know about that, but man, I appreciate that compliment. That means quite a bit. But make sure you click that bell and subscribe if you haven't already, and please hit that bell and you'll be notified anytime I do these strange live feeds and project videos. I'm going to try to average at least one live feed a day, if not two, depending on the project I'm working on and what's going on in life around me. Then we'll all need therapy, but by golly, we'll have fun in the process. And if you're just joining, hopefully tomorrow the visual side of the lagging and the camera occasionally going blurry, it's because I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm going to hardwire tomorrow, so hopefully that will fix that issue. I appreciate y'all's patience with me for those that have stuck around. And I'll probably mention that in the description of when I schedule the next live feed, in case folks have been avoiding it because of the video issues. I will say now with better video. Of course, I won't know until people let me know. Sorry, your video still sucks, dude. I guess we'll all find out, but hopefully that'll be fixed tomorrow. And there's occasionally spots in this design where I could have used a smaller blade, but I see no need, because as long as the faces look like them, for the most part, it's okay. We got 1 on Facebook, 9 on YouTube. I appreciate everybody taking your time out of your evening, night, whatever time zone you're in. Yeah, we'll definitely finish this one tonight. No reason not to. In my opinion, any hard parts of this design are done except for the straight lines of the border I have on there. Let me flip it around for those that haven't seen, if the picture's clear, for those that haven't seen the majority of the project right side up. Daniel Davis says, what size drill bit do you typically use? I may have asked that already. I don't know if you did, Daniel, but I use a 1/16 on pretty much everything. But I have found, like when I was doing the letters on Lightyear, I should have used a smaller drill bit, and those are called micro drill bits, and Carl Taylor sells those. I believe he goes by Scroll Saw Video. I want to say all one word on that. On YouTube and on Facebook, he goes by Carl Taylor, KarlTaylor. And I believe he also sells the little chucks for those mini drill bits. I have some. I just didn't dig them out because, yeah, I didn't realize just how sloppy those letters could look, but that's on me. Leonard Davis says, I can only hope to get that good. Leonard, I promise you can. I honestly don't call it being good because I think once you can get used to a style of blade, get used to staying on or very close to a line, then the rest of it really is just patience, and that's my opinion. I'm not trying to be too humble to accept your compliment, but I appreciate it. Jeff Robinson says, Wesley's still here, or is he doing a video on the Scroll Saw Cafe? I don't know if he's doing a video or not. Last I heard, he's working on some. He has a customer coming for one of his taxidermy pieces that he was doing for somebody, and then might have had to do some stuff after that. So I imagine if he was here, he would say something. Daniel Davis says, I should use my Dremel then to drill the holes. Yeah, that wouldn't hurt at all, Daniel. As a matter of fact, right now I believe Seiko.com has something I want to get as soon as they're available. Right now they're on back order because they're so popular. But Seiko.com, Seyco.com, has, it's almost like a little bitty plunge drill. I don't know. I think it's called a scroller's drill on the website. But I'm definitely going to invest in one of those because, here, let me grab what I usually use. I use a hand drill for all these things because my pieces are too large for the average drill press. I just use a good old-fashioned hand drill, but it has a level bubble. Now, obviously, I can't show you it being level at the angle I'm holding it, but I use that to make sure I'm drilling the pilot hole straight up and down, especially in stack cuts. So if this drill ever went to crap, it would kill me, except for the scroller's drill. It's a very popular item, and I'm very much looking forward to when they're back in stock because I definitely want to get one. Because this gets a little weighty after a while. And I believe Sterling Davis has just a Dremel thing where it has like a plunger attachment, or it could be a whole nother setup. Don't quote me on the exact brand names and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good thing to have because you can just slide it along the piece and then just plunge it down to do the drill bit or do the pilot holes. And because when I'm using that hand drill, it's not the lightest thing in the world. It's not like 50 pounds or anything, but I have to hold it here to keep it steady and hold the handle of it and do this for all these hundreds of cuts on my usual kind of projects. And your arm gets to hurting, but with that little bitty thing, I can just see you just zipping back and forth. But I would have to change my setup for when I'm drilling the pilot holes, because usually I just hang it off the edge of a table to drill, but that wouldn't be real productive. Jeff Robinson says Ray at Seiko has the micro drill bits too. I did not know that. I was trying to help out a friend, Carl Taylor, but I also highly support Seiko. I'm not sponsored by them, but I adore the man and the company and the customer service. So yeah, Ray at Seiko has them apparently. Again, for those that can't see it, Seiko is spelled Seyco.com. You can also get the ST21 21-inch scroll saw with the biggest table on the market, folks. Awesome customer service with Ray Seymour, and I believe Tim and Joe are his shop guys. Randy Bosheen says a size 56 and 58 work well for number 5 and number 3 respectively. Ace Hardware carries this. You just asked for them. Awesome. Thank you for saying that, Randy. And again, I have little bitty drill bits from Carl Taylor. My shop is so upside down, I probably misplaced them, but hopefully I can find them. Daniel Davis says, I see Sterling Davis use that Dremel attachment in his videos. Yeah, I believe he used it in his last one. It was like answering questions that scrollers give him. Yeah, I believe it was a Dremel, yeah. And I have a Dremel, but I also want to help support Seiko, Ray Seymour over at Seiko, and get me a scroller drill. I believe it's called a scroller drill. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but with Ray, you get what you pay for. But last I heard, anyway, don't quote me on right now, but he's on back order on those because they're so popular. But, obviously the quicker you order, the quicker you eventually get. So we've got 11 people watching on both platforms, probably a majority of them on YouTube. But if you're on Facebook and would like to watch on YouTube, look for my name on YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified. And by golly, we can all have fun together, and maybe I won't sing anymore. Okay, I'm checking to see if the hole in the plexiglass or Lexan here is lined up with the hole in the saw, so I don't chew into that Lexan any more than necessary. When I first did this setup, I had double-sided carpet tape holding the Lexan to the table so nothing moved, but the blade clamp setup for tightening, just out of view, right here you can see the things that hold it to the table, but that's where you put blades in and out of the clamps. So I purposely no longer have this adhered to it. I just slide this table back. There's the back of the table's here, so I have moved room to move the table back to here, this Lexan table. So I moved that out of the way to do the blade changes. Even if you have a question you think 50 people might have already asked, it's okay to ask it. If you weren't here or something confuses you, it's okay to ask. Nobody I know gives people crap for being a beginner. So there's nothing, and it doesn't make you stupid. So by golly, if I could sing on a live feed, you can ask a question that other people might have already known. Something just fell, and I don't know what it was. I think Daniel's haunting my shop here. All right. I feel like a motivational speaker having this microphone sticking in front of my face. Yeah, whatever works, by golly. But we have created a travesty. I have not taken a sip of Dr. Pepper in a few minutes, and that is, I'm going to blame that on Daniel too. Okay, there's new comments coming, and I'm not seeing them, so let me get over there. If I can find the mouse. I hate using laptop sliding finger pad thing. Oops, it highlighted everything. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. Daniel Davis already said that. What do you use to attach your backing to your project? For really sensitive areas, I use super glue because that doesn't squeeze out as much, but the majority of it's wood glue. But if I'm worried about squeeze out, I can use little dabs of super glue because it holds quickly, but you got more work time with wood glue. Randy Bosheen says, I put a plunge base on my Dremel, works well for pieces too, larger for drill press. Keep it next to the saw in case I miss one while at the drill press. And I miss them all the time, Randy. I got lucky so far in this project, but project I was working on a few days ago, I missed 4 or 5. I don't remember what the project was because they're all running together. I think it was the frozen thing. Yeah, that plunge base you're referring to, I believe, is what Sterling Davis uses. And I don't know why I didn't go that route a long time ago, but it is what it is. Daniel Davis says boo, so I'm trying to think of what he said that for. Because I don't keep track of everything I'm talking about, so I lost track of what the boo might be with, unless he's trying to scare me. Oh, about the haunting my shop. Okay, so that must be the delayed audio video syncing thing. Boy, I really hope this Cat 5 or Cat 6 will help the lagging in the video quality. If y'all don't mind, and I know this is kind of asking a lot, can y'all let folks know in these different groups that, I'll try to do the same, that if they've been avoiding the live feed because of the lags and the video quality, I'm going to try to get that addressed tomorrow. Never mind, y'all shouldn't have to do that. I should do it, but yeah, it just bums me out knowing people may have not kept watching because of that, but oh well. I just want to help folks, and if nothing else, entertain them. That's all a matter of opinion, I know. I generally post to about 16 groups whenever I share from my own profile. But as far as these live scheduled things, I don't post that to a bunch of groups. I only do it to my personal profile. But before I was doing the scheduling thing through StreamYard, I would just tell people, hey, I do live feeds on my channel, blah, blah, blah. So there we go. Except I don't use to say blah, 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 blah. That's just how I do blah, blah, blah. All right, we're going to get this done, folks. I think most of us here are of the age, and this is really random conversation. I don't even know why it popped into my head. You remember back when the Burger King mascot was actually a real guy, not some creepy looking mannequin? That's to me, that's bad advertising, man. Don't use a dang mannequin. That's creepy. I say mannequin, a big plastic mask. But yeah, they actually had a real guy that was the Burger King. Randy Beauchene says, is your daughter's name Carrie? Saw a post of her wood burning on a gourd. No, my daughter's name is Casey, Kacey. I still can't believe my daughter's already 21. She was, time really does fly. And I know most parents can admit to that. I mean, when they're little, you're thinking, oh, Lord, this is never going to end. But she done got older on me. I don't know how the heck she did that. I believe it was this morning's feed that my daughter was watching and chatting along. I thought that was cool, even though, obviously it's my daughter, but it's still cool to see her on a live feed kind of thing. Any family. Not that y'all have to be family to watch it. You know what I'm saying. But maybe family got tired of watching these things because of the blur I didn't know about. So I'm excited at the potential of fixing that. Maybe we can drag some folks back here. Ooh, I knocked my Dr. Pepper over. That is a travesty, but luckily the lid was on. Jeff Robinson says, some of our scrollers in the club like the Dremel with the router base for drilling holes. I can imagine. It's worth its weight in gold. It's probably pretty affordable too, but I've already committed myself to getting one from Ray over at Seiko. So I'll hold off just out of respect for keeping business with him. But yeah. It'll definitely save your arm strength, and I wish they had some kind of setup for drill presses that could give you a bigger capacity, but the average scroller doesn't scroll billboard pieces like I do, so, it's not going to be a high need for companies to produce. Erp. Yeah, we'll definitely get this done tonight. We got this, folks. Randy Bosheen says, my twin granddaughters turn 21 next year. No damn wonder I feel old. I hear you, man. I don't have any granddaughters or grandsons. And I don't know if I ever will, but that's fine. Because I got my girl. That's what it sounds like when this one broke right at the clamp at the bottom. I don't know why. I was probably pushing while I was babbling. But we've got more. It's not an emergency. But as I've said before, with this specific saw, for me, not necessarily all Hagners, I don't know because I only have this one. When the blade breaks, the tension knob rattles and loosens, so it's not a loose part. It just rattles. So anytime a blade breaks, I recheck the tension. Not too far off. There we go. And not a lot of people know it, but I am a twin myself. Someday I may have my brother on a split screen, or at least audio. I may have him being the one to read the comments, and y'all hear we sound pretty much identical too. Now my face is a little rounder than his is, and I know that's opening up for fat jokes. And I've shaved since he last shaved, so his beard is a little longer. But yeah, someday I may treat y'all to meet my brother. To me, it's a treat because I love him. Golly. His name is Cliff. Y'all may think we look nothing alike. And if you've seen past streams where me and different people give each other crap, it's because it's a weird way of all of us showing how much we like each other. So whenever I talk about my brothers, they'll say, oh God, there's two of you. So yeah, there's that. But I am protective of my brother. He can take care of himself, but yeah, do a duet. No, believe it or not, we've done a duet a few times. He's a little too shy to sing by himself, but he has more fun singing as a duet. But we haven't done it a whole lot because I used to go out more than he did. I would go at least an hour either direction back in the day of singing karaoke, just to go to different little clubs or bars, hole in the walls to sing karaoke. I loved it. My first date, now I know I'm setting myself up here. My first date with my ex-wife, Casey's mom, was a karaoke night. And I found out later, she said that if you couldn't sing, I wasn't gonna continue the date. She was gonna think of a reason to leave. And I'm not saying I sang good tonight, but maybe I just tried harder because there was a girl watching. But I didn't know at the time that it was an audition for a relationship. But no, the divorce had nothing to do with my singing that I'm aware of. Daniel Davis says, are you sure this isn't Cliff? I'm pretty sure. Cliff would probably like to learn how to scroll, but he just hasn't. He likes to do tumblers and stuff. I don't know what the term is called. He uses epoxy on them and stuff like that. Tumblrguy.com. I don't know if he still has it or not. I believe he does. Jeff Robinson says this new headset makes you look like a NASCAR announcer. Well, you can see me? No, that sounded stupid. Maybe I'm leaning in every now and then. You know what? By God, let's do it. Hello, folks. Dale Jr.'s coming around turn 2. Oh, no! Kyle Busch got in his way. Everybody kill him. I'm kidding. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm wondering how you saw my headset. Oh, I miss Jail Jr., but oh well, that's one less sport I got to keep up with. Now it's just football and Dallas Cowboys, and don't y'all run off when I say that, because this is the Dallas Cowboys, baby. They're not doing too good now, but they are in a crappy division right now, so they could still make it in, but yeah. I think even if the Cowboys make it to the playoffs, they'll be a one and done. I love my Cowboys, and they got talent, but they don't know how to use it consistently. I don't understand, besides certain personnel changes, I don't know how one football team can kick butt one year and then suck the next. I don't understand that. I mean, I would think it's like riding a bike. You can't forget. I mean, there's basics in tackling. And that's one of the things the Cowboys aren't doing real good on this year. But I'm not one of these bring back Romo kind of people, because I support my quarterback, Dak Prescott. He had an off game or two, but I like his mindset, his heart. Same with Jalen Smith. And if you're not into the Cowboys, this may not mean a dang thing to y'all, but I like Romo, and I think he'd do good in a coaching position. But yeah, I don't think he needs to be the quarterback again. Leonard Martin Cole says, ABC fan, anybody but the Cowboys. Yeah, okay, I see how it is, Martin. All right, kiss it. Leonard Davis says, good night, all. Daniel Davis says, good night, cuz, LOL. Appreciate you watching. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, Martin. Our biggest rival used to be the Redskins. Now it's the Eagles. Anybody but the Cowboys. Kiss my hind end, by golly. I love camaraderie. And Jeff Robertson says, we can see the headset and your orange shirt every time you lean in. Oh yeah, for the tensioning and everything. Okay. Martin says, LOL. And I got to scroll to find the other comment because it stopped moving. Randy Bosheen, there was an attachment made for palm sanders, triangular, for finish sanding the corners. Have you ever tried one? It also works well for the fuzzies. And yeah, I hear the Cowboys dumped Maher. Hell yeah. I mean, heck yeah. Sorry if there's any women, children, and sissy men that was bothered by that. But yeah, they dumped Maher. But one thing I read about that guy they got to replace him, Kai Forbath, I heard that he tends to miss extra points, and that scares me almost more. I don't know if that's recently, but yeah, he's missed a few extra points, and that's not good. Let me make sure I didn't forget to comment on somebody else. Oh, the leaning in. Yeah, if my face and eye ever stop swelling, I may get back on camera again, although I get on late night and show every now and then, but it's far enough away you can't really see it. Plus, with my glasses on, it's harder to see. Anywho, I'm not that self-conscious about it, but anybody keeping up with that, I didn't get the call today to schedule the MRI to find out why my face and eye are swelling, but I'll call them tomorrow, which I was told to do if they didn't call me. That appointment will be in Georgetown, Texas. That's the closest location to me that they have imaging like that. I had a CT scan a while back from an ear, nose, and throat guy, and I don't know why the doctor sent me to an ear, nose, and throat person, because it was my eye. Even if they thought it was sinuses, that doesn't explain. I don't know. So yeah, there's that. I was hoping yesterday's appointment would yield something, but the imaging from the CT scan wasn't good enough, so he doesn't want to do any guesswork. He wants to get the MRI and then go from there. But there is some kind of a mass in my eyelid. The rest of it's just swelling, but the eyelid portion, there is a mass in there, and I felt that a few days ago. Excuse me. Okay, let's get going. I'm kind of a backwards person. When it sounds like I'm hiccuping, that's me burping inwards. I've always been that way, and I don't know why. All my plumbing is backwards. You would think as much as I drink Dr. Pepper, I'd be burping all the time, but I don't. I choose the other exhaust option. That's the most I'll say about that. Exhaust option. That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. Daniel Davis says the mass in your eyelid is called an eyeball. Kiss my hind end. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's Nick. Now I know I'm setting myself up for fat jokes, but because it's been swollen for close to a year now, the fat could have just formed in there. So you're thinking it's probably just fat in that one eyelid. I don't know what causes that. It's not a weight problem. It's not that kind of relation to fat. But anyway, but they also have to rule out tumor or anything else. So, but the only symptom I have had is the swelling, so I'm not real worried. I just be glad when I look normal again. Well, as normal as I can. What's that lump on your neck? Oh, that's your head. Aw. Funny guy, Daniel. Can y'all imagine if I didn't scroll while I was talking? Because it'd take me even longer to do if I was like that. I think I've done that at times, though. Yes, the mass in my eyelid is my eyeball. That's very, very funny, Daniel. I'm getting hungry, but I must do this for the people, I don't know why I did it in that accent, but I did. Jeff Robinson says you can stop by and visit Wesley when you have your appointment in Georgetown. That's close to Houston. No, sir, it's not anywhere near Houston. Georgetown is right next to Round Rock, which is right next to Austin. Of course, being in Georgetown, that's not too far from my daughter, so that might be a visit I do. Nothing wrong with that, but no, Wes is like, at least from where I'm at now, Wes is about 3 to 4 hours from me, I believe. But it's nothing for him to make a 3-4 hour trip. For me, it's a lot of prep work because of anxiety. I don't like long trips. And Georgetown isn't exactly next door from here, but it's also not, 5 or 6 hour drive or anything. So I think Daniel's still tickled with himself for giving me crap about my eyeball. So I'm just going to let him laugh. By the way, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to jump on over to YouTube, subscribe, thumbs up, share, blah, blah, blah. Can you tell how into this I am? I'm kidding. And click on that bell to be notified anytime live feed is happening or a video upload. Let me peek over there again and see how many people are watching on each platform. We got 9 viewers total. 2 on Facebook, 7 on YouTube. We appreciate all of you, regardless of how long you stay or don't stay. Appreciate you at least attempting it. And if you are just joining, hopefully tomorrow the issue of lagging and the picture going blurry will be fixed by hardwiring instead of relying on Wi-Fi. So I hope y'all will not give up on me. But I do want y'all to feel guilty because I am starving to death right now, and I don't want to leave y'all hanging, by golly. So feel guilty if I die of starvation. Just saying. Just saying. He died for the people. Or whatever y'all call each other. Okay, I need to clip this this cable here because it keeps dragging into stuff. Okay. Yeah, I hope to have any technical audio video issues resolved by tomorrow. I believe the audio has been fixed getting the headset from Dave Gatton. No, I'm not done yet, but Rob Watts says, I just got started, won't give up on you, Charles. Thank you, Rob. Daniel Davis says, do you want me to make you a sandwich? No, thank you. No, I'm not done yet, Wes, by God. I said I was going to finish this tonight, and I'm regretting that right this second because I am starving to death. But I'm a man of my word, so I got to finish this. Dang it. Unless y'all give me permission to end for the night, then I can come back mid-morning tomorrow. It's up to you, but Rob Watts did just come in, so I wouldn't feel right leaving. But I'm getting hungry. Y'all gonna make me starve. Are you not entertained? Oh, you're killing me over here. Love you too. Take a break, brother. Permission granted. All right. Well, by God, okay, folks, if you're mad because this live stream is over, you can blame all them people that say get on out of here. But I promise y'all tomorrow I'm going to do everything I can to get better audio. I mean, not audio because Dave Gatton already helped me with that. I'm going to hardwire from the router in my shop or the router in my office at the other end of the shop into the laptop where I do the live streams from. And hopefully we won't get any more lags or blurriness. And if y'all will help me pass that around to folks in the scrolling community. I appreciate it. I will try to do the same. But I'm so glad y'all told me that. Now I can work on it. We appreciate y'all watching. I will be back, and you won't miss a single cut. But let me turn this around for the sake of showing folks where we're at. And I know y'all might be calling me a quitter, but sometimes you just got to eat. Well, that's a little out of view, isn't it? Let me get a little more in view. Dagnabbit. Come on, Charlie. Get your stuff together, homie. All right. That might be the best y'all get because I'm not real coordinated. But I appreciate you folks. Y'all rock. I really, even if I only get 1 or 2 viewers at a time, it means the world to me, and I hope you find some value in it, other than me making a fool of myself sometimes. But I appreciate y'all watching. But please subscribe on YouTube and hit that bell to be notified, and keep following me on Facebook if you want to. And we're going to figure something else. But in the meantime, you know what I'm going to say. Scroll on. And right after you hit that, you got to hit in broadcast again. So I got to sit here and babble until it goes away. We love you. Scroll on.